Hey! How's it going? Hope you're having a good new year. It should be an interesting year. We had a dragon last year. We're going to have a snake this year. So you're probably experiencing quite a bit of change over the last year or so and going into this year. So it's all good. All right. So I have a lot of exciting things coming up this year that I'm going to share with you a little bit later down the road. We're going to be doing some live events. And today what I want to work on is some Tai Chi. And we're going to work on a little bit of, I want to develop these sets that we can do. And these set pieces will help to just to get you familiar with the postures and with moving in and out of the postures, the transitions in and out. And then we kind of loop them around so we can just keep practicing and practicing the same thing over and over and over again. The set pieces that I'm talking about, you have certain moves that you find in all the forms, the 24, the 37, the 108, whatever form you like, but there are these set moves that we can do that are repeated over and over and over again. So we're going to be looking at some of those, kind of learn them, and then really focus on them, kind of bore down on them, get really used to doing them, get it inside the body and the mind. And then when you do it in the form, it's just going to be like, yes, 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 yes. Okay. For an example, when we do single whip, and then we do our wave hands like clouds, and then we go back into single whip. So that piece, single whip, wave hands like clouds, single whip, if you just took that as a chunk, let's say the 108, I think we do that like probably 3 or 4 times in the 108, I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, so you just take that and then you just copy paste into the form. So once you learn how to do it, then I'm just going to say, hey, just place that in the form at these different times. So it's a really helpful and useful way of learning this stuff. Okay, so today what we're going to work on are the 4 major compass points, which we have the Ba Men, which is the 8 gates, and this is the Je Men, which are the 4 gates. So these are the most cardinal points, north, south, east, and west, and they are built from Pang, Liu, Ji, and Ang, which means ward off, roll back, press, and push. And we're going to link this into kind of like a cycle. Now, before we get started, I wanted to mention that I'm not going to get into real depth about actually doing like how the structure of the move, like with Pang, ward off or something like that. If you want to do that, I have a link up here. I kind of went through the entire core form, and in that core form, you'll find these individual postures, and you can really, I spent a half an hour, 20 minutes to a half an hour on each one, so you can really zero in on, if you're kind of unfamiliar, I'm not quite sure how to do that, then just go back to that, and then that'll give you the reference. This is more of an overview, okay? So enough said, let's get working. So here's the first set we're going to be doing. So going from Pang, roll back, press, and push. And now we're going to tie it together so we can keep it flowing. So we're going to come back here. Pang, grasping the peacock's tail, press, and push. And here comes the transition move to keep it going. You come back. Okay? So let's just work through this. And we're going to learn how to do this on both sides too. If we're learning the 24, you definitely want to learn how to do both these moves on the same side, on different sides. Okay? So here we go. First one is our Pang. So we're familiar with Pang. Remember the front stance we're in? So there's Pang. Good. And then we float up and we come down, grasping the peacock's tail. All my weight is in that back foot. I go into press position. I release the weight from the back foot and I press forward. I'm in that front stance. Then I separate. I bring hands back. I press down, sink it into that back foot, and now push forward. And now we're going to give it that, the cyclical. So I'm going to bring this hand down, and then we start again. So press and push. We come down and we go again. So as we're doing this, I really encourage you to, number one, work on shifting that weight into the back foot. It doesn't matter which side you're doing this. So I'm not going to say left or right foot. It doesn't really matter because we're going to do it both sides. But as you want to release from that back foot, allow that energy to flow up and through the hands, right? So we release it out. And then we do this little piece so we can keep it flowing. Let's do one more. Good. And the little subtle transition, back to pump, back to ward off. Okay, good. Let's go to the other side now. Same thing. Press. Here comes the push. Push. And then we bring this hand down to grab the ball, and then we flow again. Ward off. Grasp the peacock's tail. Press. And push. Also work on remember we talked about the qua, closing this qua. As we open now, I'm closing this qua. Open this qua, right, in the front stance. Bring it down, so now I'm closing this qua. Press, closing this qua. Good. Transition. One more. Good, and then back. Good, excellent. Let's try it from a couple different angles so you can see it from different positions. So here we go. So if you want to bring in the breath, we can. Here's the exhale, the inhale, the exhale, the inhale, the exhale, the inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. We'll do it from the back. Good. Let's do it this just to make it even on all sides. Shift that weight. Release the weight. Bring that weight into the back foot. Close your quad. And closing, here we go. There, excellent. All right, good. Hope this is helpful for you. Leave me some comments. Please click subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please subscribe. And I'll talk to you soon. Talk to you next week, all right? With another one of these. Take care. Bye.